This week's question is, how do I introduce my children to a healthy lifestyle? Let's get into it, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Q&A with Coach AK, brought to you by Transformed Health Initiative. So every Friday I post a new Q&A video discussing different health and fitness topics that you can apply to your journey, whether if you're a beginner or an advanced liftee. So without further ado, let's get into the question of the week. So for today we have, how do I introduce my children to a healthy lifestyle? So for myself and many people like me, this is a very important topic as I have 4 children and they range from ages of 15 down to 5. So trying to teach them how to eat healthy and take care of themselves can be a challenge, especially in the world we live in. But there are ways around this and ways that we can improve what we do to help them. All right. So let me go over a couple points first before I get into my recommendations. So number 1, nutritious eating and physical activity are good for all ages. So all people should be caring about themselves, regardless if you are, 5 or if you're 95. It's for everybody. All right. Children need lots of nutritious foods to help in early development. So brain development, body development, everything is affected by what we eat, what we consume, how we rest, and how active we are. So very important for early development. Physical activity is important for overall health and growth for all people. Like I said, all ages, it's super important to be as physically active as we can and what our schedule allows. And healthy lifestyle habits like good sleep hygiene and stress management are beneficial for all people, including children. I'll touch a little bit more on this here in a minute, but just know the whole lifestyle that we live is important, even outside of just what we eat and how much we move, all right? Very important. So a few statistics here to kind of give us an idea of where most of our children in this nation are at health-wise. This is based on a CDC analyzed data from a 2021 National Survey of Children's Health, all right? So we have 1 in 3 children in the study did not eat enough daily fruit, all right, guys? The recommendations aren't even that high, but 33% of them do not eat enough daily fruit. Almost half of the children did not eat even 1 vegetable daily, guys. Think about that. 50% of children approximately in our nation do not eat even 1 vegetable per day, all right? More than half of the children in the survey drank at least 1 calorie sweetened beverage per day, all right? And then the last part, in 2017, CDC study reported that 1/4 of children did not meet the daily physical activity recommendations. That includes your athletes, that includes extracurricular activity, that includes recess, that includes all of that. And still, 1/4 of children did not meet the physical activity recommendations, all right? So this sounds grim, this sounds bad, this sounds horrible, and it is, but we have the power as parents to make a difference. So let me get into the recommendations that I have for you on how you can apply, smart, strategic steps for your children to help them in their health journey, all right? So point number one, you are the parent. You are in control, okay? We cannot always control what our children consume when they're not with us, but we can control what we purchase, what we buy for them, and what groceries we bring into our household, all right? It's simple and plain. If you don't buy it, they don't eat it, all right? So we are in control. We have to take that control and responsibility to help our children in their journey. Point number 2, recommendation number 2, focus on positive body image and positive health habits. Never talk to your children about dieting or about how you view your body image, okay? This is a horrible thing to put onto a child. They don't understand. They don't need to know about dieting. They don't need to see you body shaming yourself and hear you having all these negative remarks about the way that you look, okay? That's the last thing children should be worried about. Children do not need to diet. I don't care if your child is 100 pounds overweight. They do not need to diet. What they need is to be developing healthy eating habits and lifestyle habits so that they never have to diet later in life, all right? Teach them now the things that they need to know to keep a healthy body and a strong body, and it will benefit them for years and years to come and help them avoid a lot of the issues that so many of us are having to work through now as adults, all right? Teach your children to love themselves and their body. And this is so especially important if you yourself have dealt with body shaming and a low self-esteem, all right? It's so important that we learn to love and cherish and value these bodies that we have, these vessels that our soul is living in. You know, we only get one in this life, and it's super important that we take care of it and we appreciate all the things that it allows us to do day in and day out. Not looking at the negative things and the things that we want to change all the time, but focusing on the good and finding good in ourselves and in our bodies, all right? Super important for kids to get that down for their self-esteem, for how they associate with other people, how they view other people, and how they judge other people, okay? Never fat shame your children, all right? This may sound like it's just common sense, but it's not, all right? We may do this indirectly or directly, but we should never be fat shaming children. Again, like I said, if they're over 100 pounds overweight, I don't care. Do not fat shame your children. It's not their fault, okay? It's not. They don't know better. They're being led, or they should be being led, all right? So it falls on us as the parents, not on them. So do not fat shame your children. Focus on teaching healthy eating habits and food choices rather than focusing on avoiding bad foods, okay? We all know what junk food is. We all know what tastes good. But they need to know what the healthy foods are to eat, okay? They don't need you telling them, no, you can't have this because it's bad for you. No, this is bad. No, this is bad, 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 bad. It's all negativity, and they're going to eat it anyway, okay? They're kids. So teach them how to eat good foods. Teach them how to eat fruit, how to eat vegetables, how to eat lean proteins, how to, go for the foods that are going to fuel our body while they're enjoying some of these other fun foods, all right? They don't need to cut out everything, and they don't need to be focused on bad foods. All right, encourage physical activity in a way that they enjoy, not based on your preference, not based on what sports you played as a kid. If they like sports, let them play sports. If they like to ride their bike, take them on a bike ride. If they like to go to the park, go to the park with them and play, all right? Make sure it's physical activity that they enjoy doing so that they are, they're involved in it. They want to continue doing it for the rest of their life, or at least through their childhood, and they stay that much healthier, all right? And last part on tip number 2 is to teach them the importance of good sleep and stress management. All right. Children go through a lot in their world too, and they need to learn how to manage this stress. We've had lots of practice as adults. A lot of us have gone to counseling and different things like that. Children are not in that position. They don't know better. They don't know how to manage all these different things that are being thrown at them on a daily basis. And if you teach them how to start managing their stress and how to get good sleep, how to set them up for good sleep, it's going to make such a huge difference on their health, on their mood, on their education, and everything else. All right. Now, the last part, point number 3, I always save the best for last, or maybe the most influential point for the last. All right. This is to lead by example. Are you leading a healthy lifestyle you want them to see, that you want them to live? Are you just eating whatever and telling them that they shouldn't eat junk food? Are you not exercising but telling them they need to get out and move around because they're kids? No, we all need to be exercising. We all need to be getting out and moving around and moving our bodies. So set the example, guys. Show them what that looks like. Nobody can influence your child's choices more than the people that they're around the most. Family members, friends, YouTube influencers, whatever you're giving them access to, whoever has access to their ears and their eyes, that's going to have the biggest influence. And if you're around your children on a daily basis, you have a huge influence on their life, even if you don't realize it or it doesn't seem like it, okay? So just remember that. All right. Next point, children want to impress us, all right? If they see you working out and you're passionate about exercise, they're going to become interested in exercise. If they see you passionate about feeding your body the nutritious foods that it needs to prosper, they're going to want to start eating healthier and making better choices. I promise it's a domino effect. I've seen it with my family, with my kids, and you will see it with yours too if you start to lead by example, all right? Never let them hear you body shaming yourself or being negative about your health, okay? They don't need to know how you feel about the way your clothes fit. They don't need to know about that extra 10 pounds that you keep trying to lose. That's not things kids need to be focused on. They need to be focused on making proper choices that are going to benefit them, okay? So don't fat shame yourself. Don't body shame yourself in front of your children. Keep that for yourself if that's what you do. even though you shouldn't be. But if you do, keep that for yourself. Don't teach them those negative habits, all right? And be an example, but do not force anything on them, all right? If you're leading well, they will follow. You don't need to force them to eat vegetables 10 times a day, to drink a gallon of water, and to go run 5 miles every evening, okay? You don't need to do that. Just lead by example. Show them how to be healthy. Show them how to be active. Show them what eating healthy foods looks like, what seeking out healthy options look like, and they will become interested. I'm telling you, they are sponges and they soak up everything that you do. And you have influence, mom and dad. Take advantage of it, all right? Okay, so that's all I got for you guys. I hope this information benefits you and your health and fitness journey. If you like this type of content and you want to hear more, then please hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good YouTube stuff to help get this information out there to those who need it. And so I know what type of questions that provide the most benefit, okay? I don't want to waste y'all's time. So you guys engage with me. Let me know what's helping and what's not, all right? For more information on my online and in-person coaching services, visit www.transformedhealthcoach.com and sign up for a free 20-minute virtual consultation call to see if the Transformed Health Initiative team is right for you, all right? Appreciate your time. I will see you all next week on another episode of Q&A with Coach AK. Peace.